Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. This is your bonus reading. We're going to look at your next big change that's coming in for you. And you have this imperfect harmony card and this quieting the mind card. Harmony, peace, and harmony are coming for you. You even have the Empress as your first card. The Empress is a great card for like self-care and nurturing yourself as well. So, you could just be getting to a place where you're taking better care of yourself or you're nurturing yourself and you're feeling more peaceful, which is great, like I said. That's kind of like what this looks like to me. One thing I will point out is that every single sign has had something about quieting the mind. And energetically, it could just be a time where we need to quiet our mind or we need to really listen to our inner voice or our inner self, if I can talk today, which apparently I can't. But what I was, probably because I was thinking about something else while I was saying that, which was, I don't know about anyone else, but it's like I have felt very weird, for a few months now, just like energetically weird, like something is off, in the world, which there is, I'm sure. But, deeper than that, it's more than that. And so I think that in those moments where we think things are off, we have to really go within. And you also have the King of Cups in your foundation, which we'll talk about in a minute. But, the King of Cups is about exploring your emotions to a very deep level, and the Empress would be about nurturing yourself through that. So it could be a really good time to nurture yourself. I also do feel that you could be correcting your abundance. In the area of your future feelings, you have the Five of Pentacles. I would say with the Empress, the Five of Pentacles, you have the Emperor, the Lovers, and also the King of Cups. Putting that all together, I feel like that Five of Pentacles is saying that you need to believe that you're good enough, especially if you're attracting love here, which you have divine counterparts and the Lovers and the Four of Wands showing up here. But the Five of Pentacles is needing to believe that you deserve something, that you deserve the love if that's what you're attracting. If this is not about love, and even if it is, I also feel this is about money. I feel like you really need to work on your beliefs around money, or like you need to believe that you deserve abundance, and that's what I would work on here. Even if you have to brainwash yourself. I write my affirmations every single morning, right? I don't think affirmations are anything magical. I think affirmations just brainwash yourself into believing something. And so, it takes to me, I love affirmations, it takes a long time for them to work, I think. And, like a year you have to do it consistently, right? But if you do that, they've changed my life, so I highly recommend it. And it literally takes me 10 minutes to write 10 affirmations in the morning, right? It's like not that big of a deal. You have the Four of Wands as your crossing energy. The Four of Wands can represent marriage. Now, some of you I do feel could be attracting a person here that could lead to marriage in the future, because you have divine counterparts. And I feel that if you're going to be with this person, it's like you have the strength. Like there's nothing you have to do because I feel like you are strong enough. I think the problem here is mindset. So if you're attracting a really attractive person or something, I feel that maybe you need to brainwash yourself into believing that you are at the same level, right? The other thing with the Four of Wands is Four of Wands crossing can say that you could be setting yourself free at this time. Four of Wands is a card of freedom, but you're not. So, we're going to look into that in this reading, like why, what is holding you back, basically. In the area of what's on your mind, or the area of your thoughts, you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about trusting your intuition. Like I said, very, very intuitive readings for every single sign. So clearly we are in a time of heightened intuition. Every planet and its mother is going to move through Pisces here shortly. And, maybe not everyone, but a bunch of planets are moving through Pisces. And, especially as we move forward, it could be a very intuitive time, and it could be a time where, maybe like sometimes I think intuitive messages don't make much sense. And, those messages I get, like especially my dreams, and especially lately, I don't know about anyone else, but my dreams have been bonkers the past few nights. I always write those dreams down in the morning as well because like they might not make sense, but there might be if you think about it, if you go back and you read what you wrote down, there might be something in your dreams. Or there might be something in those random thoughts that pop into your head. And the High Priestess is about, trusting your intuition and digging into mysteries. Like if you start thinking, if you have a dream about like an idea 2 nights in a row, that could be your intuition telling you like, hey, we're trying to give you a clue here on something that you could work on that would, change your life. So I would dig into mysteries as well with the High Priestess. The thing about the High Priestess is she represents unlimited potential. There's no roof over her head, so if we get an idea, there are no limits to what we can accomplish. But the thing is, she represents a secret. So if we get an opportunity with the High Priestess, we have to learn about it. It's not that it's really secret, it's just that we don't know what we need to know to make it happen. So a great card for learning as well. You have the King of Cups in your foundation. Again, another thing that has come up for a lot of people is exploring their emotions, that Pisces energy for sure. And also, by the way, we do have Mars retrograding in Cancer right now, and then Mars will move forward in Cancer after that, and then, officially gets out of the shadow later on. So it will be in Leo for part of that. But, again, very emotional energy. Leo can also be very emotional, so I would keep an eye on your emotions. I would explore your emotions. If a random emotion pops up, I would explore it. Like, ask yourself those questions. Call it out. Like, why am I feeling this way? Is this me? Or is this something else? That's a question I ask myself all the time. Like, is someone, I'm very empathic, so I feel emotions a lot, and I always ask myself, like, is this mine or does this belong to someone else? And I will say it out loud and call it out, because sometimes it's not you, it's something else that you're picking up on. And calling it out kind of calls it out. So that's what I would do with the King of Cups for sure. Next, in the area of your past, this is the energy you're moving past. You have this Time is Now card. It says it is time to act now without hesitation. Move past the old and move forward. Yes, you have this Make Your Mark card. It says stick to a decision and don't allow any outside forces to sway you. I think with the Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles here, that you have made a decision to move on from something or to change direction, and this is saying you need to stick with that decision. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. He's looking at those 7 pentacles and he's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it for me to keep working on these 7 pentacles? Or is there something better or different that I could be doing with my time? And I feel that, you have already left something behind. Could be like a job, a business, a career, whatever it is. And now I feel you are on this journey of looking for something better or something that is going to serve you better. And I definitely feel you will find it, but I feel you need to stick to the decision for sure. Next, in the area of your very near future, what do you know? You have this card that says potential on it and this card that says enlightenment on it. I feel maybe you have been enlightened to the potential that something has. You have the King of Swords as well in the same area, King of Swords, card of knowledge and wisdom. So it can say that you have learned that an opportunity has a lot of potential with these 2 cards here. And I would just start working towards whatever that opportunity is. I love this potential card. There's this mountain on this card, so you're probably going to have to put the work in. Of course, you're going to have to climb the mountain. But I always say, where do you get the best views? At the top of a mountain. So it will be worth it for you to, go through this. Like, this could be you building a business or you going and getting a new career. It's like, yeah, there might be some things that get in the way at times, but if you push through it, I feel that you will reach your full potential. The mountain is about climbing to the top and reaching your full potential. Also in the area of the very near future, you have the King of Swords. I like the King of Swords because the King of Swords has been through like the most battles of all the kings, and so he has knowledge and wisdom. He has not only learned what is important, or he has not only learned what he needs to know, but he has put what he has learned into practice. And, that could be the stage of life that you are at here, Sagittarius. You are at this stage in your life where you need to put the things you have learned into practice so that you can gain the wisdom part of the knowledge, and that's what I would be doing here. I also feel great clarity on the King of Swords. Like, you're more clear on where you're going or where you're headed, and I feel that will be helpful as well. Next, in your outcome row, you have this card that says, whether your space is physical or digital, you could find a lot of fulfillment in being a host. So there you go. You have this dependent card. It says you can't fully come into your power if you rely on others for financial support. It is a little bit of an independent reading. With that High Priestess, the Empress showing up here, she kind of is able to create abundance on her own. And so I feel a lot of you could be working towards that, or you could be doing that or not relying on someone. It's like if you have been laid off or fired from a job in the past, like you could be realizing that you're the only one that can control your financial destiny, and I feel you're taking control. In the area of the next few months, you have the Page of Wands. A lot of adventure. Your readings for the past few months have contained tons of adventure. You are a Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about adventure, so I would go on adventures at this time. Page of Wands, he follows his enthusiasm and his excitement. If something is exciting to him, he moves towards it, and that's pretty much what I would do with the Page of Wands. It's like whatever ideas or thoughts or directions or new directions are leading or making you excited, those are the things that I would be working on. You have the Emperor. The Emperor is about taking control of your reality. Now the Emperor is showing up in the area of your closest relationships, and with the Empress and Lovers, you definitely could be attracting a divine counterpart into your life with this Emperor energy. I also feel that there could be people who are helping you to spot opportunity. He has his armor on underneath his cloak here, and the armor represents the fact that he is ready to go at a moment's notice. So he's not stressing himself out and worried about what to do next, but when an opportunity comes along, he is ready to go. He is going to jump on it and he's not going to waste time. But I kind of get this feeling that there could be certain people who might be helping you with opportunities, especially in work or business. This area of the reading represents all relationships in your life. So if there are people who are helping you out, or if someone presents you with an opportunity, I would take it. The other funny thing is, I feel for some of you this could be a friend who has a job opportunity for you, or maybe where they work would be a job opportunity. And they're being hey, come work with me. And maybe you don't want to. I get this feeling of being a little bit resistant to it. But at the same time, number one, you can always quit. Number two, you don't have to stay there forever. But I feel it would be helpful, especially for those of you that really need a job. Yes, maybe the job that you could get wouldn't be ideal, but I think it would be very helpful. So, just something I would pay attention to with that card. Next, in your future feelings, you have this Five of Pentacles. I really feel you need to believe that you are strong enough. Especially if this is love, I feel the Five of Pentacles says do not call attention to your weaknesses. You might be saying to yourself what is this person seeing in me? Or, I'm not strong enough for this relationship, or whatever. But I feel you are, so I feel you need to get out of your head with the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles also says you need to just focus on your strengths in general. I really feel I have been feeling this for months for you, Sag, that, work or business-wise, that you have a strength a skill, or, you have something about you that really could be very beneficial to your financial future. And I feel a lot of you need to focus on whatever that skill is. Your outcome is Lovers. Definitely could be love. Like I said already, it's obvious based off of this reading. So if you want love, there could be a strong connection. Could be a Gemini. I definitely am getting air energy here, so it could be an air sign. Doesn't have to be. Could be whatever sign. But definitely could be love, and I feel it would be a very strong connection. I also feel just in general, as far as a general energy is concerned for you on this card, that there is a new direction that you could be picking in life. The Lovers can be a card of being at a crossroads, having a choice to make, and I feel that you are picking a new path or, picking a new choice. We have this card that says make your mark. This time is now card says you need to move past the old and move forward into the future. So it seems to me you're letting something go and moving forward towards something new. With the Empress and the Four of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel pretty good about this Knight of Pentacles. Normally, I don't really like the Knight of Pentacles because he's not moving. He's the only knight in the tarot that isn't moving. But the Knight of Pentacles can represent progress, and I do feel you are making slow and steady progress. But at least you're seeing progress, which I feel could be motivating you to make more progress. And again, I'm a big fan of creating positive snowballs in life, no matter how small. You have to get started, right? Even if you're just making little bits of progress, that eventually adds up over time. And then you make bigger and bigger and bigger progress as you start to develop confidence, which, really, again, one hack that's popping up in my head in this reading would definitely be that Five of Pentacles. I think the trick with the Five of Pentacles is to work on your confidence, and if you do that, then you'll create improvements. With the High Priestess, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, definitely. I really would pay attention to people who are bringing opportunities your way. I'm not saying you have to accept every single opportunity, but I felt it with that Emperor, that I feel your community or your people could be very supportive of you or are very supportive of you at this time. And, that's what I would pay attention to with the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is celebration or happiness or celebration. I already said that, but it's a card of your community and people celebrating you. So I would make sure that, if people are trying to lift you up, allow it to happen. With the King of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is fulfillment. With the King of Cups, this would be emotional fulfillment, and we were talking about you kind of working with your emotions and, stabilizing your emotions. I think all that would be great. With the Nine of Cups, we have to be in alignment with what we want, so we have to match the habits and the energy of the thing that we want to become, or the story that we want to live in life. And that would be another good thing for you to do. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess. Yes, I feel you are receiving signs, symbols, synchronicities, messages that, it's time to change. These readings are your next big change, and your next big change is a big change, plain and simple. I think you are changing the direction of your life, and for a lot of you I feel this is financially related, but it could be anything. With the King of Swords, what do you know? You have the Strength card again. These cards here would, really be encouraging you to develop your confidence. Strength, she is quieting her inner voice, so she is not listening to this right here. She is, that lion represents her inner voice or her inner critic, and she is getting it to submit to her. So she is the one that is in control of the story that she tells herself, and she has to do this every single day. So I feel working on your inner strength would be a good idea. With the Page of Wands, you have the Tower. Probably just talking about the change that you're making. The Tower is about accepting reality. These people have been ignoring reality for too long, and now they're coming down to reality. That's the whole point of the Tower. I always say I do not think the Tower is a bad card. Yes, it can be jarring. Yes, it can be surprising. Yes, it can be uncomfortable. But the Tower always leads to positive change because, being inside the Tower is ignoring reality. So again, I feel a lot of you, and this doesn't even look bad to me because the Page of Wands is like inspired to move in a new direction. He's following his enthusiasm, and yeah, that can cause a Tower moment for people around him, or, he could just be making a big change. So again, I feel the Tower is just talking about a big change. Wouldn't even worry about the Tower. With the Emperor, we have the Star. The Star comes up after the Tower, definitely more positive when we have Tower to the Star. Like you do in this reading. It kind of softens the blow of the Tower, and it says that you're probably healing past the Tower moment anyway. Again, if you want love, you really could be attracting a star. Like, I'm not saying this person is famous, but, the star, as far as a person is concerned, can represent attracting a really special person. So if you want love, you definitely could be attracting a really special person here. The Star could also just represent healing. You have several healing cards. Empress, King of Cups, the Star. It would be a really good time for you to heal your emotions with these cards. The Star is also a card of renewal, so if you need to renew your energy, that's what I would do. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups. Yeah, this is like an emotional thing here that you are working on. So it's like emotionally, I feel you need to realize that you are strong enough to get something you want. And this could also say that if you are feeling left out in the cold, or if you're feeling a lack of strength, that working on your emotions would be the thing that will strengthen you. With the Lovers, you have the Magician. You can have whatever you want, really. The Magician says that you can attract whatever you want into your life. The Magician would also be a big change, because he's a card of reinvention. He's also pointing to this card here. I always pull the card that he's pointing to, and it says laziness on it. It says your dreams are so much bigger than your efforts to achieve them. If you want to accomplish great things, you'll have to try harder. I don't really feel this is saying that you're being lazy, but I do feel it's saying like there are certain mysteries that you have to look into. And the thing with the Magician is that he might be using the wrong tool for the job. He has mastery over all the suits in the tarot in front of him, and so I don't really feel this is laziness for you, Sagittarius. I feel it's more saying like make sure you might be approaching something emotionally, but maybe you need to approach it logically with the sword, or maybe you need to approach it creatively with the wands here. So I would look at how you are approaching the things that you desire and change the energy and just see what happens is kind of like what that card is saying. So, that's what I would focus on there for sure. You have this younger man card. It says dealings or relationships with a younger man. You also have this card that talks about a specific time period, so you could be dealing with a person. If you want love, it could be a younger person. Doesn't have to be a man. I'm reading for 1 billion of you, so it could be an Aquarius or someone born around this time. You have that King of Swords, which kind of pushes me in the air sign direction, so you could be meeting an air sign. You have this purse card. It says, pay attention to your finances. Definitely, I feel that there are a lot of opportunities for you to grow your finances and improve them, probably through using your skills, but you're going to have to believe in yourself. Also, with the Magician, your approach might have to change. You know, if you think about it, a great example is this channel. It's like years ago, there's no way this would be possible, right? YouTube barely existed back then. I don't even know how old YouTube is. I think maybe it's around that age. And so, this wasn't possible. And so, if I just read locally, I definitely wouldn't be as successful as I am right now, being able to read for almost 1 million people. So again, sometimes we just have to change our perspective and see what's possible. It's like you might not think your skills are very special. I read pieces of paper with pictures on them, right, for a living. So, if I can do it, you can do it, and your skill is probably more valuable than you realize. The Magician just says you have to take a different approach. You have this vine card. It says, seek out information that will help you. High Priestess is secrets, but she doesn't say let a secret be a secret. And we're not even talking about a secret. We're just talking about things that you don't know about something you're trying to accomplish. Go and learn and you will overcome that. You have this Fire card. It says strong emotion, passionate love or hate. I would be careful with your emotions for sure in this reading, and I would move more in the love direction. Loving yourself, loving the things that you're dealing with, making sure to turn things into love, that's what I would do there. You have this cool card. It says get back to basics. Yeah, when life is hard, I think we make things more complicated. We have complexity bias as humans, so we think the complex answer is the answer, but really, this would say that the simple answer is the answer. So keep it simple. But all in all, not bad. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your time ahead.